Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. It is one of the more controversial games in the Call of Duty scene, and I, like many others, often find myself questioning my feelings and overall enjoyment of this game, as it is obviously extremely different compared to past iterations of this mode. So with the finale of the Modern Warfare 3 story finally upon us and pretty much the end of all updates pertaining to this game, I thought it would be a great time to take a retrospective look at the entirety of this game and why it honestly has underperformed ever since its initial launch. Now, before we begin and really dive into this mode and its identity, I do have something I need to admit. I am not a Modern Warfare 3 Zombies player. In fact, I have only made my way into the Dark Ether once with a group of people I was playing with, and I have only completed the initial story mission that came out with the game, so my opinions and take on this game's overall failure will be pulled mainly from popular opinion. However, just because I have not binged this game like many other YouTubers that I am familiar with, I feel I still have a strong grasp on why this game ultimately was a failure following its release. So let us take a deeper dive into why Modern Warfare 3 Zombies was such a failure to the overall community and what Treyarch and the Zombies team did wrong during the game's life cycle. Before talking about Modern Warfare 3 Zombies as a game, we need to discuss where the Zombies community was left before the release of this game. The last Zombies experience the community had received at this point was found within Call of Duty Vanguard, and while even if you aren't too big into zombies, you should know how people felt about this mode. Vanguard Zombies is one of, if not the most hated game in the Call of Duty Zombies franchise, with its mechanics being nothing short of awful and almost nothing like the zombies we were used to at the time of its creation. So it is safe to say that the bar was set extremely low coming into the next Zombies game, and after hearing a Modern Warfare game was going to have zombies, many became skeptical of what this mode could hold in stock. Prior to the release of this game, many trailers released for the Zombies mode that actually surprisingly gained insane hype for the Zombies community, and many Zombies and other Call of Duty YouTubers were flown out to play the game early in early October. While this game was confirmed to be a mix of the new DMZ mode from the previous Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and the Outbreak mode from the Cold War, many were still curious to try this mode out, while others completely left it in the dark after not hearing the words round-based zombies. Which I don't blame them, because the real last round-based zombies content we got was Vanguard and Shino Numa, but you kinda had to have Vanguard already for that, and it had already built up a bad reputation, so really the last round-based map we had was Forsaken. Anyways, Modern Warfare 3 finally released on November 10th, 2023, and with it came loads of new content and gameplay styles for the players to try out. I want to classify this era of this game as the Golden Age, as not only were people actually having some fun discovering these new mechanics, but more people were genuinely grinding this game to complete all of the story missions within the game. The idea of a completely open world zombies mode with world events happening everywhere was a stimulating thought within the community, and with the returning features such as perks and pack-a-punch, this game was familiar and new at the same time. Many YouTubers such as Mr. Raffle Waffles, Mr. Dalek JD, Noah J456, and all of the other big names within the community were making hundreds of videos and streams about this game, and it was safe to say Modern Warfare 3 Zombies was a launch success. However, there arose a problem very quickly within the first couple weeks of this game's release. Firstly, it was very clear that in order to enjoy this game thoroughly, one had to put in hours just to stay on par with people around them, and many did not have the drive or time to even do that, so essentially many people gave up extremely quickly and never touched the game again. Additionally, for those who were putting hours and hours into this game, it was very clear that the content for this game was not actually as much as the Zombies team had made it out to be, as after defeating the worm boss fight, which I will admit is pretty cool but got annoying, more on that later, the community realized there was pretty much no more content for this game besides the camo grind. This issue honestly would not be a big problem, as on December 6th, 2023, Season 1 for Modern Warfare 3 launched, and with it came loads of new Zombies content for the players to enjoy on day one. This update for the game was extremely well received, as we not only received new story quests, but we also received the ability to go into the Dark Ether, which was insanely cool to experience going into for the first time. Within the Dark Ether were new rewards that had previously never been seen within the game, such as the new classified schematics, which were awesome boosts to your player that helped your progression significantly. Additionally, a new wonder weapon was also added, the VR-11 from Call of the Dead, which at the time was strange, but looking back was a great feature, as they upgraded one of the worst wonder weapons ever and made it honestly very good. It is important to mention that during Season 1, there still was a decently sized player base consistently playing this game, but the dark reality of this game began to peek through the blinds within a week of the Season 1 update. While all of the new content was amazing and well thought out, there was nothing stopping players from obtaining all of the new items and completing all of the new quests within hours of the launch of the season, which essentially left the players begging for content once more after a week of the launch of the new season. After all, after completing all of the story missions and collecting all of the new items, the mode did not really have much to offer, as there was really no purpose outside of all of those things. This is where we began to see a drop off in the player base, and it did not help that Season 2 released a hefty 2 months later. However, after a long wait from the release of Season 1 Reloaded, Season 2 for Modern Warfare 3 was finally upon us, and with it came essentially nothing. Season 2 for Modern Warfare 3 did not launch with anything new. Instead, Zombies players had to wait until March 6th, a whole extra month, to finally receive new Zombies content during Season 2 Reloaded. And after this grueling month-long wait, what did we get? Essentially nothing new, but let me explain. While this update came with a new story mission and new schematics, it was starting to become clear that the update cycle for this game would follow a very simple path of the same process. For example, this update sees yet another Dark Ether Rift, which is still somewhat cool I suppose, but we get more classified schematics as well alongside this. Sound familiar? Well, that's because it literally is. These two updates essentially brought in the same things, just with different schematics alongside them, which honestly were not even all that interesting this time around. It seemed that Treyarch were starting to pump the brakes on this mode, as this update was heavily uninspired and left the community essentially dead of content and completely dried up for a couple months. Essentially, at this point, the only people staying around were the die-hard fanbase, and keep in mind this is only 4 months or so after the release of this game, which is definitely not a good look for Treyarch. However, the Zombies fans, such as myself, attempted to stay positive and tried their very best to wait it out until Season 3 of this game, and a month later we got... oh my god! Once again, this mode would not be receiving updates until Season 3 Reloaded, which keep in mind comes out after Season 3 in May 1st. So just let me paint this picture for you. The Zombies community has had no new Zombies content for more than a month or two at this point, and Treyarch expects players to wait an extra month for the minimal Zombies content. Okay, I'm just over exaggerating. The Zombies content has to be something new and exciting for us to wait this long, right? Nope. In fact, the Zombies team actually gave us the exact same stuff from last update. A new Dark Ether Rift, a new story mission, and you guessed it, new classified schematics. At this point, Modern Warfare 3 Zombies and its updates were getting extremely repetitive, and if anybody was playing this game in the YouTube scene, it was to experience it for the first time, but to not really ever touch it ever again. However, something extremely significant did happen during this period, because the Treyarch team, who was developing the Zombies mode for this game, announced that they would be cutting ties with this game to go and work on Black Ops 6, which honestly was one of the only positives about this season up to this point. This was a extremely altering move, as players now were curious to see what content was left for this game, or if there would be any at all since Treyarch had left the project. Well, of course, we had to wait a month and a half to find our answer, and on June 29th, we got our response. As unbelievable as it was, the only new thing that Season 4 brought to this game was a singular unstable rift. No new classified schematics, just a simple unstable rift leading to the dark ether. I cannot even begin to explain how repetitive and lazy this is. I mean, not even putting in the effort to make schematics or maybe even a new feature is just a whole new low that I have ever seen from a zombies team. It was very clear that from a gameplay perspective, this game was dead in the eyes of the developers, and by the announcement of Season 5, it was not a surprise seeing all of the zombies content coming later in the season rather than at the launch. However, I will give it, this game took a heavy shift because the finale of this mode is something that I have been looking forward to from a story perspective, and I will admit they did a absolutely fantastic job with the final boss fight and aesthetic of the boss room. If Treyarch can do the things that I saw from the ending in Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 6, then we have a stunning zombies mode for us coming in 2024. I am extremely happy to see that the zombies team did not give up on this game entirely and were willing to finish it out, and I am so excited to see what Black Ops 6 has to offer. Additionally, the ending cutscene for this game left so much mystery for the next game. In my opinion, they left the story at a perfect cliffhanger here, and I am so hyped to see what Black Ops 6 has to offer in terms of the story. So that was definitely a lot to take in, obviously, from the past couple months from this game, but after all this talking, what truly was the reason this game underperformed in the eyes of the majority of the community? Well, it is very simple. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies was a game that required intense dedication to keep up with all of the new updates, and for those who didn't have hours to pour into this mode, getting anywhere significant was simply out of the picture. Additionally, the fact that all of the updates for this game, besides a couple, were lazy and completely uninspired was another reason why this game ultimately will never compete with any other zombies mode. The idea of open world zombies is extremely controversial in the community, obviously. However, in my opinion, this mode did it way better than Outbreak and Cold War, as not only were there more world events around the map, but there was a genuine reason to traverse around the map, unlike what was seen in Outbreak. It is truly unfortunate, as I was actually one of the many people at the beginning of this game who supported the idea of what this game was putting out, and the potential for this game mode was extremely profound. However, no effort was made to capitalize on such potential. Now, I want to make it clear that Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is actually so unique in many ways, and if you have plenty of time to spare, I would actually heavily recommend that you give it a decent shot, as the grind to get new items is actually a very fun process. A part of me is happy this game is coming to a close, as finally all of the attention can be focused on Black Ops 6 and what is to come, and I cannot be more excited for the release of this game. With its entire focus being round-based and what we saw from the finale boss fight from Modern Warfare 3, the zombies community is in for a treat, and after what we might have been through these past couple of years, the zombies community might be getting what we finally deserve. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like this game? What would you do to change it? If you could, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.